Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Brewed For Businesss, the traveling marketing podcast. We are today in a beautiful cafe. Hold on, let me pan the camera here. It's called Potts Cafe. It's in the Boca Town Center Mall at the end. But check out this view. Look at this wall.
Stunning.
Gorgeous atmosphere. The lighting is amazing. Oh, and now I'm messing up my camera here. Here we go. Such a cool space. It's a Costa Rican company. They do handmade pots for all of your plants and like talk about on theme for the coffee shop. So it's beautiful. So welcome to this week's episode. Very excited. We're going to do our cheers. And they have delicious coffee. Like amazing. So I'm excited for you guys to meet my guest today. This is Sonia. Sonia is with JobCommander, which is a fabulous tool, and we'll get to that, so you guys will love it. But thank you so much for joining me.
I'm so excited. The most serene atmosphere to be talking and like girlfriends just
over coffee,
enjoying coffee, and you feel like you're in the rainforest for a minute. But
you do. You do.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the only difference is we have the camera included, but outside of that, this is all just, getting to know each other and letting the audience get to know who you are and what you do and why your company is fabulous, because since I've heard about the company, I have like totally fallen in love with it and the concept.
So happy. It's been a process, and there's so many things that go on through the job seeking and job hiring sectors that it's so overwhelming, and we'll talk about every aspect of it, but primarily it's painful, it's a struggle. Whatever group you're in, whether you're a college student or newly retired and just want a little job somewhere just to have fun. But I'm here to explain it all, and we've all been there. We've all experienced it, and
so many things.
Just have to exhale sometimes the stories that we hear.
Oh, I can imagine, and we will get into that. Yes. And before we get too far into that, so we are in Boca now, but you are not originally from Boca. So where are you and the family from?
No, I grew up in Philadelphia. Just in the 70s, everything was simpler than in the 80s. High school, that kind of thing. You go to college and you hope once you get out of college, wow, that job is going to be sitting there waiting for me. And just like how everyone talks about, you need a college degree, or you won't get far, you won't get hired. And it's not true. There's so many other opportunities other than colleges, but of course we'll get to all those points as well. But it's the hiring process, it's the job seeking process, and just a lot to talk about today.
Oh my gosh, so much. Yes. So grew up originally in Philadelphia. Yes. I'm sure you're not missing those winters, although we have had pretty bipolar weather here in Florida the last week.
I mean, we really shouldn't talk about how bad our winters are, but yes, we did have to put on a coat and scarves, and some people went further with gloves and hats. But
Florida weather for you.
Yes.
Everyone brings out. It's funny because I used to laugh at it, be like, okay, it's not that cold. But now I almost understand, because it's like the one opportunity that you get to wear your winter clothes in Florida. So it's not that you need the hats and gloves.
We want to wear our boots and our scarves and sweaters.
Take them out of stores and give them an opportunity to really shine.
And then they go back.
Right. So like a couple days ago, it was in the 40s, and today it's in the 80s. So, this is the joy of Florida. So what made you guys move down to Florida?
So being in cold weather was the number one reason. Let's just go there and be a part of this lifestyle where you just don't have to worry about digging and traveling and dredging through snow, driving.
Oh gosh, ice, snow, that scares me.
Yes. So that was the main reason. Did have some family here, so that made the transition easier. Saw a lot of opportunity more than anything.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful too? Like, because you guys have been in Boca since you moved to Florida.
Yes.
So you've seen the growth firsthand.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
It really is. I remember when Yamato Road stopped at the turnpike and you had to U-turn and try and find a different way to go west. But
Right.
yeah, for
Right.
the most part, it's unbelievable what it's become. And there's so many things, great things I'm hearing in the future. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Especially for jobs.
100%, right? All of the
Oh,
companies that are coming
all the
into
companies,
Florida. I know
yes.
Vanderbilt University just did a
Yes.
huge announcement. They're coming to like West Palm Beach.
It's unbelievable. The
So
region
many
is
companies.
growing, and there's just so much to offer for the corporations and for the people arriving here
Yeah,
for their job opportunities.
it really is. And I will say that's kind of like a perfect segue into
Yes.
what it is that you do, right?
Yes.
So before we get into the details of what JobCommander is,
Yes.
you have a little backstory as to like what made you guys create this.
Yes.
Like what did it
Yes.
come from?
Being a mom of 3, you do all the right things. You send your kids to school. You make sure they get good grades. Follow up with a lot of internships and making sure that when they're in college, you graduate from college and that's it. Poof, you'll get a job. You send out your resume the first day, and
Rest of life will be fine.
Everything will be peachy keen. Well, we found out the hard way, as many people do, that it's such a process. Not necessarily just graduating college, but if you go to a tech school or any other kind of junior college, it's still the same thing. You're going through all of these struggles of applying application after application, not hearing a thing. The word ghosting is everywhere.
Right.
And the struggles of all that just continues. All we hear new stories. We're still shocked, but we shouldn't be really shocked. So this was developed by my son Christopher through experiences of his own, and as well as what I've seen my daughters go through. It's unreal what has happened through the hiring process.
The need for a better hiring process in general.
Yes.
So JobCommander basically focuses on the compatibility
Yes.
of a job seeker
Yes.
to
Yes.
a company, right?
Yes.
So that way then you kind of, you work through most of those hurdles, which again, we'll go into like full detail of all of those things that it overcomes.
Sure.
But it's based off of like the right people with the right company.
Yes.
And not focused so much on the resume and kind of getting one-on-one with the person that's hiring you versus going through this, the black hole of applications that you just send out hundreds or thousands and you never hear from anyone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you saw the need for a better system, like just by watching like what's going on with like the kids and stuff. Like I know personally for me, I had similar situation. I graduated with a degree in geology and trying to find a job. I mean, I had experience of jobs before then, and then trying to find a job in the industry. I kept hitting like brick wall after brick wall because on paper, like I didn't have like the qualifications of the experience that they wanted, but I was applying for entry level jobs too, so that didn't help. But like there's only all those job application networks basically work on a filter, right? So someone uploads a resume and then a human very rarely sees it because it's just kind of like a computer checkbox that says yes, they have this, they have this, they have this.
Yes.
Now with AI, that people are writing AI resumes, everyone looks like they're a great fit. So those normal job application channels, now they're seeing like, I don't even know what the number is, but at least 10 times the amount of applications they were getting before.
Right. A lot of times still it's the human hands-on. They're physically looking at an application, and we couldn't believe that it's only a matter of seconds where an application or resume is looked at and then tossed aside. They don't have the time. And when the computers are doing it for the hiring company, not everyone, but a lot of people have figured out the system and may even put in some words in there just to make sure their name gets pulled. And sometimes they're blind words, they're not really seen. So given all of this, the hiring managers are just, they can't handle
the
all
amount.
these people coming in front of them that don't qualify, the thousands of dollars spent to interviewing them. They come in for 2-3 months and they're just not a fit.
Right. I mean, the application process alone is what, around like $4,500 that they're spending for job
more
postings
than that.
and things like that.
More than that. For all of that process, it's costing companies thousands of dollars for it not to work out, only to start all over again and then look at the team that was put together based on this one person fitting in and not being compatible. Maybe there were mess ups because that person didn't relate or didn't understand or qualify. So it's just costing companies more now, having to start the process again, making sure someone comes in finally and fills that position. It just, the company needs to run more efficiently in
100%.
general.
And it's beautiful because the word culture around company has become more and more, I was gonna say popular is not really a great term, but it's
Yes.
been more accepted,
Yes.
right? That like culture matters, right? Like the days
Yes.
of working and being miserable at your job because of the benefits and like
Yes.
the career,
Yes.
ladder possibilities is
Right.
kind of
Right.
gone,
Right.
because businesses are constantly evolving,
Yes.
systems or whatever.
Yes.
So, working for a toxic boss is no longer good.
No.
So that culture and like the importance of having the right people on your team
Yes,
is also
yes.
being like more included in that
Exactly.
process, right? So like
Exactly.
one of the things I think you mentioned with your son was, he worked in the internship program.
Yes. Yes.
And it was what, multiple people
Yes.
kind of doing their own thing?
Yes. So the internship program, he was asked to put together these group of kids. One group was completely financial, numbers related group. The other group was more sales, and they all had to mesh. They
Yeah.
had to work together. Right now, most companies are these groups and teams that are created, and then they all have to get along. They all have to understand timelines. They all have to understand a lot of things, ins and outs of the business. And if they don't mesh or start blaming each other, or whatever
Yep.
personality comes out that's not favorable to the company's culture, then that's where the problems start. And so Chris discovered that, okay, I need to get these guys together and to get along and to know each other's names. So he grabbed them all and said, we're all going to the same place for lunch together every day, and we're all going to get along. And he got them to mesh. And there's many other stories too that come out from this that he's seen and discovered.
Yeah.
And he realized compatibility has to be the very, very first thing a hiring person decides if they will mesh with the company, and then go through the process of doing the application, looking at their resume, making sure they qualify. I think compatibility
first.
Absolutely first, and has to be prioritized, and that's what our company is all about.
Yeah,
compatibility.
And it's so necessary.
Yes.
Because you could be the best person on paper, but then you get into the company and like that one person is like the sore thumb. No one likes to work with them. They're making other people quit.
Right.
There's just so much friction that it doesn't make it worth it versus like having the right person. And then skills can be taught. You can't give someone like a personality change.
No, not at all. And
unfortunately, not that simple.
No. So if you can imagine, like you said, you're working with someone and they didn't pull their weight. It's almost like when you do a project in high school.
Yes.
You get together, and 4 out of the 5 kids are just plugging away, doing everything. The one kid's like, "Hey, Dave's got it," and "Hey, I'll just plug along, and I'll get the same A as everybody else." But how frustrating for all the other people in the team in a workplace, what they feel. It's just like that project in school where you just dread, like, there's going to be that one person that pulls us down. So this eliminates that more than anything. So
and your company is, technology first, right?
Technology first, yes.
What you guys have designed it is patent pending, correct?
Yes, patent pending. We have most all of them approved, ready to go completely. So we're so excited. That is so important. Think of us as Match.com meets ZipRecruiter or Indeed.
Yeah, I was going to say matchmaking for hiring processes.
Yes, and you absolutely have to mesh and get along first. Let's get that through, kind of like a Myers-Briggs assessment that you've done in school. Yeah. So you want to get that personality test done first, and then you just get grouped with the right employer, and the employer gets grouped with the right employees to choose from, rather than having 200 applications to sift through manually or even through a computer. But again, you can't rely completely on AI or a computer.
Yeah, definitely.
So imagine only having a percentage of that. And then from that point, we hand that percentage off to the employer to decide, to make appointments, to do the interviews, to look at resumes.
Yeah, you guys manage the whole process.
We manage the whole process through our system of messaging, which is very, very unique to our program, our technology.
Yeah.
Eliminating that big word, ghosting.
Yes.
So ghosting is the biggest pain point. We've done so much market research, sending out a lot of questionnaires. What is the biggest pain point for a job seeker? And it's not hearing anything, not hearing even the
not knowing one direction or another.
Hey, you know what? We don't want to talk to you anymore. Something, just anything, just not hearing anything at all is probably more painful than hearing say, hey, we've hired someone. Sometimes on the other side too, you get ghosting, a sense of ghosting from someone who's posted a job. So with that job posting that's there for a long time, and it's always been there, if for 6 months later it's still there, how is that fair? As well. So,
and I think that they do that probably more like for like a funnel to constantly have applicants, but for the people that are actively looking for jobs, and there are a lot of people, right? That number is constantly changing. There's more people that are being laid off because of the AI systems being infiltrated and all that stuff. So there's a lot of people that are actually looking for work right now. And those systems like make it so difficult. One thing though that I want to go a little bit more into detail before we go into who this is for is the actual setup of it, right? So guys, if you're a job seeker, number one, no more of those annoying like applications where you have to upload your resume and answer all of the questions like the same as your resume like a million times. Right. So their questionnaire is basically, she said, more like a Myers-Briggs type assessment. So it analyzes your thought process, right? Like who you are as a person, a lot of like personality style questions to figure out like who you are as an employee.
Yes. Right? How you react to certain situations given, and as well as the employer as well, because answers the same similar
what they're looking for in an employee, like how they want their company viewed, what they're looking for in a person. And then once both systems, I'm like so excited about this. Sorry.
I'm excited too.
When both systems, like when both profiles are set up, right? Like their system, patent pending system is basically like gives them each a compatibility score. And if your score matches with like what the employer is looking for and what the job seeker is, then and only then do you get access to getting this job and potentially moving forward through the interview process. But there's no more of this like blind, applying to all of these companies. Like when you get invited to apply, the employer has decided to invite you because you are compatible, because those numbers match. You are who they're looking for. And then you guys go through the application process. But I love, so if we can go a little bit more into that. So like that's part of the compatibility and that culture factor, right? So the compatibility numbers, like how did you guys come up with the way that it's like basically like limited unless you match?
Yes. So the employer will see a list of candidates that have percentiles, and those percentiles, you can toggle it if you want someone to be closer to 100%, or even if you're okay at someone that matches you closer to 60%. And it doesn't really have to do with a grade. Like if you were to get a 60 in school, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I failed. But really, it's the
60% match
of compatibility. So the employer can decide as to what level with a toggle, which match they would like. And with that, it's just amazing how both these compatibilities, then at that point they would apply.
Yeah.
The hiring manager would take that person or people, whether they're up to 85% or down to 60, and say, okay, I want to choose those people. They don't know their names yet, other than an initial and their last name.
Yeah, it's pretty much blind, right?
It's a blind, double blind assessment.
Love it.
And they are given these people by us to them. And then at that point, the messaging system starts. And they will know who they are. And that's eliminating the ghosting at that point. You have a conversation that has to end with whether, okay, great, I'm interested in applying, I'm interested in hiring. Both sides are agreeing. The application process is now started. They have all of their resumes, all their information. And then at that point, if it works out or if it doesn't work out, they absolutely have to answer either way.
Yeah.
That at that.
And you
limited.
monitor that.
We
So
monitor
you
that.
touch base
Yes.
like, hey, you haven't answered this candidate
Yes.
yet, or like, hey, what's
With them,
your, are you
yes.
moving forward?
Yes.
Are you not? So they assist
Yes.
with that, so it doesn't get lost
Sure.
or
Exactly.
ghost.
Yes.
Which I do love that. And then the beautiful part too is, so as a job seeker, you fill out your profile, right? You have an idea of the kind of jobs that you want.
Yes.
But it's really set up similar to like a matchmaker like
Yes.
software,
Yes.
so that like you get presented opportunities to you once they are a match.
Yes.
So you can get matched with a job, this is like, I think my favorite part of the whole system. Keep hitting my microphone. I gotta stop animating.
Okay, you're excited.
Yeah, I really am. I tell so many people about this software. I'm like, you guys have to sign up. This is so amazing.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I wish if anything ever happens and my business falls apart, I'll definitely be using that to find another job. Hopefully it never happens. But
you're wonderful.
But the fact that like you can be presented with a job that you would have never expected, never thought that you were a good fit for.
Yes.
And be like the perfect match for it. Like you could be 100% match with the type of person someone is looking for, even if you did maybe have the exact skills or experience that you think are fit, and you get that presented to you, and then you get the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
I love that so much, because I think a lot of people, like you fit yourself into this. Like I worked in the cell phone industry for too many years, so that like I felt like I was kind of like stuck in this niche of like, well, I'm in the cell phone industry, and then I moved from like company to company, and kind of tried them all out, and I didn't think I can get outside of that, because like it just felt like that's all I was qualified for, that's all I knew. But then looking at the actual skills that you learn, the type of person that you are, like it does fit so many other opportunities that you wouldn't think of.
Yes. Someone going the extra mile, maybe what the company is looking for, or someone that there's just so many questions that both sides answer, that when they click, they really click. They really do understand what the other person is about, and that's what you want from the get-go. You don't want to go through that entire ordeal of all these applications flying at you. And I'll just tell a quick little story of my older daughter, Alexandra. When she graduated college, she was applying within 6 months about 200 applications. Now I'm hearing much higher numbers lately, thousands I'm hearing, where she's just everything in the field of business administration, business marketing, anything she could apply for, she went for and applied. Things that for sure she thought, okay, I'm okay to do.
Yeah.
So about 200 applications, 6 months later, she did get a handful of interviews, one pretty good interview. They did a couple more after that. It took a while. In the very end, they said to her, we're hiring you. And so she was so excited. It was for a jewelry company in New England with their headquarters. So she was thrilled. And a few months into the job, she went to the HR department. She asked, I went through all this process of so many people in the waiting room with me, and interview after interview, every section of the company interviewing me. Why did you hire me? And they said to her, you wrote a thank you note. Mm-hmm. You took the time for each one of us after every interview. Not only did you email like everyone else does, right, but you wrote a thank you note by hand. You mailed it, regular U.S. Post Office mail, which was just that little extra step that showed your personality. Yes. And that's what they're looking for, was that extra thing that stood out. They didn't know what it was, but they wanted that extra little thing that made her stand out. And they hired her, and she was so thrilled.
It's beautiful. And obviously that's kind of like a process that she incorporated in all of her applications, right? So different companies didn't react the same way, but this particular one did. And is she still with them now, or she went with them for a long time?
Yeah, she was with them for a long time. They downsized, and through COVID, they kind of just slowed down and had to lay off. But now that's her work ethic. Her work ethic is to go the extra mile.
And that's what they were
above
looking
and
for.
Beyond, and do things that you normally wouldn't do. Now, it could be something in a job culture. Again, that's what they're looking for. It could be other things that they're looking for. So answering these questions that are just matching you to someone else, it's just an amazing thing, and it eliminates so much stress all across the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that it's based off of that compatibility score. Because
Yes.
it's not about well, it is about who you are, but they don't know who you are first.
Yes.
They just know the kind of person
You're
that you are.
beyond a resume.
Yes.
Your personality, and that's what we're about, is making sure. And this is just, I think, something that's missed, and the corporations are suffering, trying to hire and trying to get the right teams together, because it seems like it's all about teams lately, getting the right groups together.
Yeah, well, I think companies realize that, you know, the better your team works together, like, then the better your efficiency is,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Everyone works better, morale is better,
Yes.
overall, like,
Yes.
company just works better. So if you can
Yes.
identify that from the beginning
Yes.
as to who you bring into your company, then that's ideal. Now, you do cover many different organizations, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of, I think you said hospitality,
Yes.
retail,
Yes.
healthcare, which is huge.
Yes.
Now, I know, like, a local hospital, they've had 50 people leave already
Yes,
this year.
yes.
It's only February,
Yes,
guys.
desperate need. The nursing in hospitals, teachers, administrators, the hospitality industry, because of where we are in South Florida, the hotels, the restaurants, everything from laundry service to banking. It's just, there's always a position need to be filled.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a lot of turnover because it maybe isn't working out for one side or the other. And it's always good to make sure that you'll be a good fit for the company.
Yeah. And it
you're
works
hired
from
for.
all level positions as well. So you guys
Yes.
cover entry level
Yes.
to, you know, potentially like C-suite, depending
Yes.
on who,
Yes.
you know, is looking
Right.
for what.
Right. We do have special places in our hearts for college students that are coming out of tech. We feel tech industry is also a big industry that's much needed to have hires. So it's not specifically to colleges that we're thinking, oh, you have to have a college degree to apply for JobCommander. So
Yeah.
it's not. It's for any type of. It could be even someone retired that just needs something part time. Internships.
Yeah.
Also, we have a special place in our heart for vets. We do have someone on staff that is a vet from Vietnam. Absolutely, Greg Cesario. He's absolutely wonderful. He is helping vets, and we are also part of FAU's entrepreneurial program, as well as a lot of vet programs within FAU. We're trying to start local and build from there, although we are able to do this nationally.
Yeah.
We like to start helping out local. The mayor of Boca Scott Singer has also gone on all the news broadcast stations saying, come to Florida, come to Boca especially. We are offering such amazing opportunities for corporations to save money and to also hire and to bring all their hires here. So much is growing even more from when I first came here.
Yeah.
And
they even did, I think, a marketing campaign to, like, in Times Square, like, move to Boca incentives.
Yes. So we're so thrilled. And also, Fran Necklace is also on the same track, wanting to put Boca on the map as the new place to move to and to thrive. Also surrounding West Palm, it's also growing. You know, if you move your corporation here, you do need something like JobCommander to fill those positions quickly, because not all of the people in your corporation may move here. They may decide to stay where they are instead of move with the corporation. So we are open for anyone to apply, even if you have a job now and you know you love your job, you're happy where you are.
You never know.
You don't know.
It happen.
Yeah, so it's something that you can put in your information. The questionnaire in the beginning is very quick, 15 and mark
Oh.
yes to our.
Just kidding, we're back.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay. So I was just mentioning, if you're graduating, or if you know someone graduating, or someone who needs a job, or just thinking about a different career, go ahead to jobcommander.com and
Yeah.
fill out your information. And
It doesn't cost you anything as a job seeker.
yes,
Just
job
fill out the
seekers
profile.
yes. For the hiring side, the first two jobs posted are free. So it's a free trial. It's something that you can look into, and then if you have more, tens or 20 or hundreds of jobs to input it, there's a different price bracket for that.
Yeah.
But back to the student loans, which is another huge pain point in students graduating, we found out that there is an answer. We are in the process of creating an answer for that. And to learn more,
Love
you
it.
just mark up the box. It's called the SLAM program. And
SLAM,
SLAM.
SLAM. Okay.
Yes. So that is something up and coming, and you'll be fascinated on how it works and how helpful it will be.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes,
Because the
yes.
student loan program.
Yes. We're also into educating everyone into how to find careers and job placements. So we're not just hiring right now, but our technology is growing, and we're excited about all the different programs we'll be bringing forth.
It's such a phenomenal tool. Like, seriously, sign up, set up the profile.
Yes.
It's there, and it can only benefit
Yes.
you, right? And the more that you put yourself out there, then the more opportunities may come your way.
Yes. And Julie, you said you have something on codes to put on for
Yes.
yours.
So
please use this.
Yeah,
code.
if you're interested in signing up for a job posting, right? If you're looking to hire, put a comment that you are interested. Type in JobCommander, and then I'll private message you the promo code, so that way then you can set that up.
Better access and more information. Absolutely.
And also, if you're tuning in, like, let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching this on the replay, let us know where you're watching us from, and any questions that you have, seriously, put them in the comments. We'll make sure we get them back to you, or answer back to you as soon as we can.
More than anything, what is it that is the pain point for you in the hiring process, whether you're a job seeker or a hiring manager? Also wanted to mention that we are very, very recruiter friendly. We want our recruiters also to be signing on, to be inputting the jobs, as well as if they have job seekers. That we are open to all these other companies. We are not competition for a recruiter. We are just offering that technology, which is so much needed to get it done more efficiently, to save a lot of time, a lot of money. And just imagine in your workplace, finally you're hired, and someone says to you, thank you for using JobCommander to hire me, because it's just what I've been waiting for, instead of waiting 6 months and applying to 200 places and not hearing
and not knowing which direction you're going in.
There's just so much out there struggling, that I'm just so happy to have this created and enjoy hearing all about it. We want to hear both sides, what you go through and what you've experienced.
And you do have a really good newsletter as well. You guys can sign up for that on their website. And it really like shows you kind of on both sides, like what's going on in the industry, what people are focusing on. We're getting like chased by the sun here.
Yes, we are. Yes, scooch over a little bit.
I was like trying to move in the camera, but like
we are in the
bright sun,
the jungle forest over here in Costa Rica.
It does feel like it, doesn't it?
It's beautiful place.
So funny.
The pot.
Yeah, it's a great
have
place.
To come.
So, of course, you said you had a soft spot for the college students or younger kids, right? That are trying to get into the working world, because why not find something that's like your most ideal job to start? Which is beautiful. And also, like in an entry level position, you don't really have that experience like in the backup. So it's kind of like that much more going into the abyss when you sign up for an application somewhere else, because you don't have those qualifiers, that those like application filters. Your resume basically is never going to see a human being. But if you go to JobCommander and set up a profile, then you have the opportunity to find that company, which is a great fit. And then for veterans too, on the other side, it's so interesting too, because like your soft spots are both like on both ends, right?
Yes.
But then the veterans, when they come back into the States, right, or like they get off of service, then for them to transition back into,
yes, they're really struggling.
right. And now, like, if someone knows, I think it's kind of like this stereotype we all have, right? Like, if someone's in the military is going to be more disciplined, follow instructions, right? They're hard workers. Their work ethic is typically going to be higher because of like their background in that service.
Right.
But unless you actually get to chance to know them or see that they are veterans, like, you wouldn't really know that except for what you see maybe like on paper. Which again, if I don't know, if you're a healthcare, looking for a healthcare director position, right? And maybe this person was in the medical field in the military.
Yes.
But on the paper, it might just show like military experience. So on resume, they don't look like they qualify. But yet they have all the skills. They know how to triage. They know how to eat all of the things that are necessary in order to be in that position.
Unbelievable how much experience they have.
Right.
And getting along with people, and teamwork is the most important thing in the military. If you don't mesh with your team, you could lose your life, or other people could lose lives. So now you hire someone like that. We do have a lot of industries that we're seeking to put jobs, and we have also some already on that love the military, and there is an option there. Would you prefer military? And they would mark that off. Or would you like to explore hiring military veteran, and mark that off? So we're so excited.
And the veteran on your staff, Greg
Cesario.
Greg,
yes.
And he does also a series on your YouTube channel.
Yes,
correct.
Yes, as well as on the newsletter, JobCommander Academy newsletter. Every week he'll have a small 10-minute update on, if you're a veteran, this is what you do, this is how you get into JobCommander, and instructions. And it just is very nice to see someone like him to be helping out, and he has done so much for vets across this area and everywhere.
And he's speaking from direct experience. You know, like knowing like what they go through, what they need support in, and what jobs like they're really like excellent for. Which is beautiful. Love that. And you guys also do like partnerships with different like institutions and stuff, like the one you have with FAU.
FAU as well. And we're just looking forward to more partnerships with nonprofit. Her Second Chance is another organization that we've also met with, where it's primarily women that have struggles in their life that need a second chance, which is what they primarily do. And it's a process that they go through their charity work, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And we're here waiting at the other end. Once they're ready to go out into the workforce,
and you help them, send them out to the world,
and help them. So we're really excited about that.
You know what would be a great organization with you guys too, and I don't know if you've spoken with them or not, but the Dress for Success.
Yes. We've looked into Dress for Success as well, which is on our map. We definitely unbelievable organization that I personally seen grow. When I was in banking initially, we went to one of their events, and it was just absolutely incredible. They were just starting out, and now to see that they're not only nationwide, they're in a lot of countries. So that definitely I want to be a part of. And women helping women is special with my heart. I really want to go into more.
Definitely need more support.
Yes.
For each other.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I love that.
We're going to get a tan sitting here too.
I know. Do we want to rotate more? We can rotate more a little up this side. We're losing our background, but at least we're not so much in the spotlight anymore.
No.
The joy of going live. You never know.
Yes, you never know
what'll happen. The first, I had one episode, I think I told you before, like that we were muted for the first 4 minutes, and I didn't even realize. We were just like chatting and having a great time, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oops.
Yes.
So
that's all right.
I do love the live factor though, because this, hopefully feels like just natural conversation.
Yes.
Other than we're staring at a screen instead of each other.
Yes. That's okay.
But really to give a chance for people to really get to know, who you guys are, why you've developed what you did, the need for it.
Yes.
It's
unreal what's out there, and we really do want to grow organically. We are, like I said, mostly local first, trying to get as much as we can. South Florida, through the region, and as well we'll be nationwide. Or you can also now put in applications as well as hires, putting
Mhm.
in the job posts nationwide. We are ready for that.
Yes.
Technology is ready for that.
Something else too, when you guys are watching this, any specific challenges that you deal with, or like things that you're currently, having a problem with, like whether you're a job seeker or you're a hiring manager or a recruiter, right? We'd love to hear about that in the comments too.
Yes.
We get it. Like we have seen some things in the
Yes.
job world,
Yes.
and that's part of why JobCommander was developed, in order to combat a lot of those and be the solution,
Yes.
because the compatibility solves 99.9% of the problems when
Yes.
someone is looking for that job. And so some of those challenges too, like on the hiring side, number one, as a hiring manager, they're going through so many applications, right? And sometimes they're not
It's unbelievable the amount of human effort,
time wasted,
okay,
energy
time
wasted.
wasted, energy wasted, and then once the employee, which isn't a fit, is actually working and turns out not to be compatible with the team, with the group, it's really difficult for everyone. They're trying to pick up the slack from that person, or it's
Yeah, that
definitely,
makes everyone hate the hiring process too. 'Cause you're like,
yes,
oh, I
yes,
have to send
have
out
to
more
do it,
applications,
do
or
it
like, oh,
all
I
for
have to
this
review so many.
all over again, doing it all over again.
Yeah. So some of the ideal, again, markets and stuff that we're doing, because I know we lost a little bit of the connection earlier. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows.
Yes,
So
so
there's
many
entry level positions,
Yes,
technology, hospitality, retail,
yes,
um, healthcare.
yes. These are the most turnovers. But any job, any position that a hiring manager would like to post, we definitely accommodate any type of positions. But the biggest ones, like you said, the nursing industry is struggling. The
Yes.
teachers are struggling. There's just so much turnover in so many fields. Restaurants and hospitality, specifically to us here, the season is when everyone is
Picks
just
up.
really
Yeah.
picks up, and you really need a full staff working. And it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and I will say too, like the restaurant industry is excellent for entry level. Like
Yes,
if you're in
yes,
school, it teaches you so many different skills that it
yes,
can be used for the rest of your working career, right? Like building
exactly.
relationships with the right people, like
Yes,
learning how to work and really get along with different
yes,
kinds of people, right? It
yes,
really gives you that opportunity, which then reinforces like what Job Commander is all about
yes,
to begin with, because you learn more and you're more empathetic to the people around you, and you're more open to that, which
right,
makes for better workforce
right,
in general. I love
right.
that. And
Yes,
so if you guys want to sign up for the profile, obviously, like you definitely need to go to jobcommander.com. You can set up for your job. If you're a job seeker, you can set up for a free profile.
yes,
The words don't want to come out
yes.
there. And if you're an employer, definitely comment Job Commander, and I'll send you a promo code so you can set up for your job postings there.
Yes.
Now, do you guys have a rough estimate of like how long it should take to match with a job?
We have just launched, so the process is still a little bit slower, but it should be instantaneous once we're completely up and running. Have both sides.
Which have both sides.
Yeah. Yes, both amount of numbers high enough to quickly get it going and match. So we're just about there. It should be instantaneous.
True, right? Because
Yes.
if the job is
Yes.
there already, let's say,
Job is there,
and
yes.
then more people are signing up, as soon as the perfect person shows up, then they
Yes.
immediately get notified of that
Exactly.
that job
Yes.
opportunity.
Yes.
So now the one thing too that the platform does not do is you can't just search what job you want, right? You don't have access to those postings. You only see
Yes.
what you are compatible for. So
Yes.
it's not like a tease. It's not like here's a job, but you're not a fit for it, right?
Yes.
Only shows what
Yes.
you're a fit
Yes.
for.
We do have a sales rep, one of ours, that has a master's degree, and when he applied for a job on one of the big sites, I won't mention any names, he was getting part-time, I don't know, hotel manager when he had a master's in something totally different. So he was just wondering, well, I'm asking for a full-time job as a business manager. Why am I getting a part-time 3-4 hours a week kind of job? sent to me. I didn't ask for this. Why am I getting this and nothing else? This is all I'm getting.
Right.
So it's really very random and just doesn't make sense. A lot of the quantity of jobs that are out there that other sites provide, which is fine. I understand that this is a process and we've figured out a different way to get it done much more efficiently and make everyone happy. Just that compatibility component like no one else has. It's our differentiator. And this is something that we're so proud of. And I'm so proud of my son for putting this together. Has been really, really a proud moment being mom.
No, I'm sure.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's a family company, right? You,
Yes,
your husband,
yes.
and Chris are all involved in the
all
company
involved,
and
and
building it.
yes, and we've been hearing these pain points, like I mentioned earlier, on and on. If you're just joining us now, that's just unbelievable, the amount of ghosting that goes on,
Yes.
the amount of waiting, applications sent out. Something I really noticed that I mentioned earlier is, can you imagine you're living in New England and you just graduated college and all of a sudden it's middle of May and about half a dozen colleges, everyone's graduating at the same
All at the same time, and everyone's applying
3,000
to
to
everything.
4,000 graduates, and that's maybe just in just one school.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all applying at the same time. Not necessarily will your internship guarantee you a job. So here you are out there applying, and you think, wow, I have a college degree. Why am I not getting hired? This is
It's what you were promised.
Yes, and this is what I experienced with all three of my kids. And it's just not the answer. It's a frustration, especially if you have a student loan.
Yeah, my son's going through the same
Yes.
thing. He went to Full Sail University for game design, and kind of the same thing. The school was very big. It's a private school, and they were very big on promoting the fact that they were like a recruiter school, and like you come here, and like this is where all of the big studios come back and look for their. It's been a year and a half now. A year and a half since he's graduated. The school didn't help with any of that. And the school didn't, I mean, of course, he's got the skills and like the experience to be in the working world, right? But it's not, it's never as easy as they position it.
Right.
Like, oh, you just apply and you'll get something.
Yes.
And I mean, it's, he'll probably hate me for saying this, but I don't think he watches my channels. But it definitely like took a hit at his confidence, right?
Of course,
like,
that's what the first thing.
Right, you leave the school, you think like, oh, I'm doing like fantastic. My teachers, my counselors, like everyone is saying I'm going to do fantastic in this industry, and then you apply, and then it like falls short, or you never hear back from them. You don't know, if they chose to go with someone that has maybe like a few more years of experience, and it makes sense, or if they went in a totally different direction.
Yes.
You're not giving any of those details, so you just start to think that, wow, like I'm failing.
Right.
Right.
And as a parent, it's very hurtful because you know you've done all the right things, and I think too the career services in a lot of the schools are overwhelmed. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot for them to go through and to deal with. I know.
And to stay on top of like what's going on of the industry.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, it makes it so difficult. Like there's a friend of mine whose son, he's been graduated for a while and has been in the working industry for quite a few years, but he's been trying to relocate from Washington, D.C. to Florida since October. Now he has a director level position now, and he's looking to transfer into that here. And he has sent like thousands of applications in the last couple of months and hasn't heard from from like 3 people. The 3 people he heard from like didn't like meet his salary recommendations.
Right.
And so, he's lost hope, and now he's thinking of staying in DC. He was moving here to be with family and, to be in the sunshine all day long.
Well,
we are getting a tan.
He should not give up.
No.
This is now that JobCommander is launched, it kind of does give more hope that, okay, I'm more than just a piece of paper.
Yes.
I'm a person. I'm a personality. I am something that you are looking for because I have these other soft skills, these other skills that a military person, like we were talking about, would have, that is not on a piece of paper or in schooling.
Yeah.
It's something that your personality is absolutely what they're looking for, whether it's someone that is a leader, whether that's someone that loves to be part of a team, that loves to cooperate. that personality will come out in those questions answered and will be matched with the employer.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
And gives you the opportunity to then like talk about the
Yes,
experience and
yes,
see where those correlations
yes,
are.
yes.
When in 2010, I worked for this startup company. They were like a recruiter network they were trying to build.
Yes.
But my job was to like get people to sign up, like job seekers to
Right.
sign up. And the amount of conversations I would have with people, like let's say, you know, he'd worked, one gentleman worked at a company for 30 years, right? Had
Yes.
started from like entry level, worked his way up, and he was like
Yes.
VP of the company.
Right.
But then the company had layoffs.
Yes.
And so he was let go, obviously, like being like one of the higher paid.
Yes.
And so then he was coming back into the working, like the application world, like 30 years later, right?
I hear this all
and
the
he
time.
was hitting like one wall after another wall and after another wall. And I had to advise him, like, unfortunately, the way that like every other job application platform is set up, it's set up with filters.
Yes.
And again, a human doesn't look at it. The human tells the computer, like, hey, we want someone that has a college degree, that has this many years of experience, that has these keywords in their resume, that has whatever, right? And you have like a list of this checkbox that the filter goes
Overwhelming.
through. And if the resume doesn't meet any one of those, the resume never makes it to the actual human being like looking at the resume. It just gets discarded.
Yes.
So he was having the issue because he didn't have the college education. He didn't even in high school and like stayed in this company for 30 years.
That is so much more. I don't want to say about colleges, but that is like a college education.
100%. Like times 6.
Tenfold. Yes. Yes.
But without having to speak to a person, or without someone actually ever giving him a chance of like knowing who he is as a person, they never know that. And on paper, it looks like he's not qualified. Meanwhile, he's like the most qualified person because he's had that real world experience.
Yes.
And he's known.
That's who we're also really seeking, is those people or persons that have either been laid off or let go because they're at a certain age and they want to have someone younger and not spend as much money. There's someone that is changing careers, but this is
double blind.
The double
they
blind.
don't know how old you are.
Yes.
They don't know who you are. They don't know where you live.
Then you know this person's personality, and you're like, wow, this number is, I'm matching with this person, and this is who I want on my team.
Yeah, and I just thought of it. It's like The Voice.
Yes.
You know, when the judges are like turned around, they can't see the person. They can't make preconceived judgments. They only by what they feel and hear.
They're wowed by that person.
Yeah. And then they choose. Once they hear and feel that person, then they get to choose whether they want to work with them or not.
Chris always asks someone when we're discussing JobCommander, when you're looking to hire someone, we're talking to a corporation, let's say, when you're looking to hire someone and you're thinking of who this person is going to be, who do I want to hire, and what would you think of? And usually the hiring manager or job owner will say, well, I want someone that can do all this work properly and make sure they're efficient and make sure they can do this and do that. And they're like, no, who are you looking?
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Who are you looking for really? And after question, Chris will ask them, and then he'll say, you're looking for someone just like you.
Yes.
Someone that's you, that your corporation that you started from ground up, that you lost sleep over, that you built and it took so many years off of you, and you want to hire someone that's just like you and gets it, and you make the corporation get bigger and bigger. This is who you want, and that's what we're about.
Yeah.
Is hiring someone that's like you, that like your corporate culture, your corporate mindset.
And the matching of the values.
The values are so important.
Yeah.
Yes. And eliminating this whole process of tripping up or having to do it all over again and again and again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely like just put yourself out there.
Yes.
I love this so much. Is there, I know we've like kind of covered all sorts of details, but is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to make sure that everyone knows, or, you know, any last advice?
I think more than anything is just to give it a try, to put it out there. We, like I said, we are just launching. We are already matching. We're ready to go. Our numbers are growing constantly. Even if you're not looking, get the word out to someone that you know that is. Someone that's even a junior in high school or even a freshman in college. Or in college, I'm sorry, getting to start, just put the profile on there.
Yeah.
And get it going. I think more than anything, get the word out there that something else exists Chris did a lot of
There is
surveys.
a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, Chris did do a lot of surveys, and a lot of times he asked students, how much would you pay to get a job that you want? How much money would you pay? And they were saying numbers of anywhere from $100 to $1,000 because they've already paid so much in tuition.
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
What if I told you it was free? What if I told you you don't have to pay for this? You don't have to struggle anymore, that you don't have to put out those applications and you're matched right away.
Yeah.
So,
and the one thing I think we didn't really mention, but I do want to interject real quick and mention,
of course.
that annoying as a job seeker, that annoying of like setting up a profile, uploading your resume, and then you go to apply to a job and then you have to almost like reapply again and resubmit your stuff and all that stuff. And it's just so time consuming.
Yes.
JobCommander doesn't do that.
No, you won't see that job on there 6 months later. Wait, I applied for this. Why didn't I hear back? Why is this stale job still on here? I get it. Some employers,
only active positions.
Yes, sometimes they'll just want a constant flow of applications to one position. I get that, but if you've already applied to it, you should get an answer that you are not qualified, or it's not what you're not who we're looking for. But again, we're more personality and compatibility. We want you to mesh, and we want the company to be successful with.
Yeah, because everyone wants to enjoy going to work. No one wants that, Monday morning dread of like, oh, I have to go to this company, I have to work with these people.
You're all the same mindset. You're all driven the same way.
100%.
That's
and
exciting.
If you have also that connection within your company, then I feel that, this is maybe not 100%, but I feel like you're more secure in that position, right?
Yes.
If you have a personal connection, or if you're, let's say if you're a CEO of a company and your team works fantastically together, right? They're a phenomenal team. You've got the perfect people. Everyone's working great. Then someone comes at you with like, oh, hey, there's an AI solution where you can like lay off half your team.
Yes.
I would think if you're a good human being, like you would consider that and be like, no, like I have the perfect team.
Yes.
Because JobCommander's built that. I have the perfect team, and there's no reason for me to lay anyone off or cut anyone off because they work fantastic as they are.
Exactly.
And I think that just solidifies and like strengthens the company, strengthens like the employees, like your camaraderie and like just your excitement and motivation for going to work. And then if you're well treated, you're more willing to, put in the work.
Yes.
Than like
taking extra steps but that's the person you've already selected that is going to go that extra mile, that's going to write that thank you note, or do the little extra things that because they care and they really want to make their job work and the companies to be successful.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited about this. I hope I didn't over-talk you too much.
No, of course
I'm like,
not.
and then this, and then this.
No, we're there. We have the newsletter there, and like Julie said, if you're looking to hire, please go to her page and get it.
Yeah, just comment if you're interested in posting jobs. Just comment JobCommander, and I'll send you the promo code.
Definitely need that promo code. That would be the best.
Yeah, and job seeker definitely go. So you guys know the website is up on the screen. JobCommander.com.
Yes.
You can fill out the profile. You can check it out.
Yes, super easy, and I
tell everyone you know.
Yes, definitely, and graduation month is coming soon, so all the college students, or postgraduates,
Yeah. So if you have any kids that are about to graduate, let them sign up, right? This is literally for everyone and anyone.
Yes.
Doesn't matter who you are.
We're putting Boca on the map.
Yes. Love it. And be like South Florida's premier job compatibility platform.
Yes.
I love it.
I appreciate everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you guys have any questions on the replay, definitely put them in the comments. I'll make sure to get an answer back to you. Thanks for joining us in this fabulous day, and we're gonna have some odd tan lines today.
Yes, okay. We had great coffee in the middle of the jungle.
Pot's Cafe at the Boca Town Center Mall. If you have not been here yet, absolutely come.
So delicious. Cafe Mocha. We both like the same.
Best coffee.
Best coffee. Delicious.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Enjoy the weekend, everybody.
Yes, have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.